Hey guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4, and we're playing online with some of the aces and some extras, because why not? We're all aces in disguise. But to the right hand side, we're going out for the Jiseki sweep into turn 2. Is it goodness me? Massive moment there, as a suspicious looking giraffe just went down, and now they've got Forcible Guru ahead of us, or Forcible GNU should I say, and Sergio 23 up the front, of course, the Belgian ace. I'm going to try and line up the move up on the inside into Sunset for turn 5. Someone seeing the Sunset as we time up on the inside with the Triumph Daytona 675 with stock tyres. So we've got a bit of stock racing for you here today, racing online on Ride 4. Now you will have noticed that the start was a bit odd. I just jumped straight into the action because when I'm recording this, I was a little bit late on the recording, so you didn't get to see the start, but I basically just swamped the start as always when I race online on Ride 4, and we're now going to try and pursue Sergio 23. So to the left hand side for Leo Cop for turn 8, a very difficult section of corner there, so we bring on the acceleration ever so slightly too early, but also 0 traction control and 0 anti-wheelie. If you remember my BMW video from a few days ago, I did leave the traction control and the anti-wheelie on for that particular video. We're now into Crocodiles for the innocuous corner, very difficult corner for this circuit of the South African Grand Prix here in Kyalami, of course. Now, if you have been a fan of DrAce and my content for quite a while, first and foremost, thank you very much. But secondly, we have done Kyalami a lot over the, I would say, years now in Ride 4, I guess however long it has been out, and the Belgian ace ahead of us, Sergio 23, my personal designer for all my liveries and helmets and bikes. This guy is certainly really good, but we have battled in Kyalami, we've had teamwork here, and we've had some time trial challenges in this fantastic South African GP. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and now it's brewing up quite nicely against the British ace and the Belgian ace, of course. So into the slipstream we'll go, coming out to the left hand, and probably going to get a bit of penalty time for that one. It's okay, 67,000 of a second. I'll take that as the shaky burn penalty time as we go into the right hander of turn 5. This one is going to brew up quite nicely, and I've got to say, this is my first online race on Ride 4 in a long time. The last time we did it was probably in one of the former cups that we did, quite possibly the Naked Suzuki GSXR one. I cannot remember which one it was. I do believe it was a Suzuki, I cannot remember, it was the Katana. But yeah, that was the last time I played online with any of the aces. In fact, it's the last time I played online in Ride 4 forever. So this one is certainly going to be a very interesting one. Still adjusting back to Ride 4 though, because when you play MotoGP 22 for so long, you do pick up a lot of habits that don't correlate well with Ride 4. But in this case, I feel pretty good, but you will notice I'm braking rather early. I'm braking with MotoGP 22 in mind when I'm playing Ride 4. And if you're going to do that, you're probably going to make a few mistakes along the way, which I have done in this particular Grand Prix. But I will tell you guys, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because I've got another video that includes Sergio 23 coming very soon this week, and it is not to be missed. It is a battle of the aces. I will not say any more because I'm looking forward to doing the content. So up on the inside of Sergio 23, we've got literally no time between us at all. The gap is just so minuscule. We're very neck and neck in all the competitions we do within Sergio and I. So this one is going to go right down to the wire. I have absolutely full confidence this one's going to be a wicked finish. So to the left hand side for Barbecue, going for that really tight apex. I'm going to try and bring on the power and go around the outside of that wicked and stunning motorcycle, the Moto Guzzi. So into the right hand side, we are now 2.5 tenths of a second quicker than the previous lap time. Granted, we had a bit of slipstream, and now we've got past the Belgian ace, so it's time to go and do battle into the close bend as Sergio gives a mighty whack up the wazoo there. That was a scary one for us, both parties, as we go to the left hand side with the S's. Not as smooth as I would have wanted going into this particular corner. I lost a little bit of confidence after being bumped in the bum there, as well, unfortunately with my braking, and I did feel like I was brake checking him a little bit. It was not intentional, it was just that I'm trying to regain the confidence on the brakes within Ride 4. We're going to try and avoid that wheelie like we did earlier from Leo Cop. So avoiding that action so far is pretty solid. 4 tenths of a second, 5 tenths of a second. This gap is going to oscillate throughout this Grand Prix, because I know Sergio's going to be right there, and he's right on it today. But this is, I think, fresh ground for us all. Apart from Mad Max, of course, another Brazilian ace, absolute legend. He has done a lot of riding on Ride 4 recently while we've all been on MotoGP 22, and he's cutting down that gap, so we've got to keep an eye on him for the next couple of videos as well. A little gap has brewed here as we go. Massive wheelie. Oh my goodness, that was that was a wholesome wheelie. That was certainly a humbling experience wheeling out of that corner there, but I do think Sergio now is going to be close enough for a lunge. Going to try and outbrake him into turn 2 there for the Crowthorne bend. Keep it in nice and tight on that racing line. Chuck it to the right-hand side. Launch the Triumph into the right-hand side for the Jacquet sweep. I don't know how to pronounce that corner, but into Barbecue for turn 4. We're going to bring on the power, and the gap has just literally vanished. Down to a 1/10 of a second. Sergio is right on it now. Could he go for a lunge into turn 5? And playing it safe, going for that tighter apex. The defensive line comes in from the Doctor. Sergio's going to try and move somewhere, but where is it going to come? Into the clubhouse bend, defending well. Into the S's, we've got to get this absolutely get it crystal clear, and we're good. Clean air ahead of us, free track, free space. 0.3 of a second is the gap. Going into Layer Cop, I do feel they're going for this tighter apex, braking nice and gentle without the brakes slamming on, and keeping it nice and tight to the apex is the key to success. And we are 0.3 of a second. It's closing in 0.2 of a second, 1.5. It's still very, very neck and neck in this Grand Prix, but we have developed a small gap for now. Is this going to be enough to hold Sergio off at bay for the rest of this Grand Prix? And I think it is. The gap has increased 5 seconds. We've got it. Job well and truly done. Beautiful performance here in Kyalami. What a great race it was with Sergio. Just both getting the feel for things again and getting back into it. And I think it's been a terrific race for us. And a slightly suspicious giraffe. Oh, my goodness, say that too many times when you're drunk. You're going to have a bad time. But across the line, victory goes to us in Kyalami, the fastest man on track with the Triumph Daytona 675R. So let's move on now to Imola, of course a massive favourite for many aces and a massive favourite for many riders in the world. So 3, 2, 1, we're on board the BMW HP2. Absolutely brilliant motorcycle, this one. I really, really enjoy this one. It feels great. Also nicknamed the Boxer because of that engine, of course, but Mad Max to a flying star, looking like Danny Pedrosa there. There goes the Brazilian as we now go into the right-hand side for Variante Tamburello. And now we've got to try and pursue Mad Max, who is he on a rocket bike there or what? That is absolutely ridiculous, the speed on that motorcycle. To the left-hand side, we'll go into Villeneuve corner now and keep it in nice and tight to the apex. Not quite as tight as I would have liked there. I would have tried and perfect that in the next couple of laps. But to the left-hand side now, nice and tight for Toso. Oh, ran it deep, following Max into that particular corner. I think he's on the Z1000. Of course, a pretty decent bike, but it's not the most entertaining of bikes to use, if I'm quite honest with you. I did enjoy using it in certain tracks like Imatra, but not been on it recently, so maybe I need to give it another chance. But into the left-hand side for Piratella, a little bit wide there goes the Brazilian, but he is a rocket pace right now. I did mention him in the previous part of the video, where I said he was going to be pretty rapid because he has been staying on Ride 4 and he's not really entertained MotoGP 22. And this is where he's been developing and getting better, waiting for the chance to come and beat the aces. So into the very difficult Variante Alta, we seem to have got that pretty nicely done. The pressure is certainly on the Brazilian ahead of us, and we seem to be quite far ahead of Sergio, so I think we've got the job done in this one so far for the battle of second. It's just now really pushing hard to beat Mad Max. But into the left-hand side, braking firm. I think Max has gone wide. Oh, he's gone into a different he's gone to a different part of Italy. He's in Monza now. Where's he gone? What mistake has been made from the Brazilian, and now it's to show my resilience, almost rhyming accidentally there, to avoid his straight line speed on this straight. But I think, due to the way he re-entered the track, I don't think he gained much traction, and he's going to lose a lot of time. 1.5 seconds is the gap to Max, so unless he made another mistake, I'm not sure. Wow, the gap is all over the place. Now he's in first position, apparently. How is Max in first position? He has a penalty. I don't know where he is right now, but I think things have calmed down ever so slightly, so we're going to try and now just pursue a victory with the BMW HP2. Now, of course, if you're looking for some hands-on tips to get better with Ride 4 and the BMW bikes, then come and see me in Donington Park for the World Superbike Round, because I will be at a lovely BMW Ride 4 trailer just to teach and give tips about this fantastic game. So if you're looking to learn more and to meet me in person, then come down to Donington Park. And even the week after, I'll be in Brands Hatch as well for the British Superbike Round. So you've got a great opportunity to come and see me and to come and get some hands-on tips for this fantastic game. So this is why another reason Ride 4 is coming back, because Ride 4 is still way more popular than MotoGP 22. Tried some online lobbies a while ago in MotoGP 22. 3 or 4 people turned up the most. Ride 4, we almost had a full lobby towards the next couple of videos, but for now, for this one, we have 6 rides, which is still more than we had in MotoGP 22. But the gap so far is 2 seconds to Mad Max, and a slightly suspicious Giraffe is around there somewhere, so not entirely sure where the man from what should be at a zoo is right now. But to the left-hand side for Rivazza, coming out of turn 15, we will have 2 more laps of this excellent Imola circuit. But I will mention, the stock tyres on this BMW still feel really, really good, really solid. So I'm quite impressed with this stock motorcycle, and I do fancy racing some more stock bikes. Definitely keep an eye out on the channel for some more videos regarding stock motorcycles, because recently I've been watching a lot of the Superstock Championship in British Superbike, and I think it's fantastic. Really, really close competitive battles, and I'm really keen to try some stock motorcycles, so stick around for a lot more. And our Giraffe has gone. The conspicuous but now somewhat suspicious Giraffe has disappeared from the race, so that gives Sergio a 3rd position. He's inherited that from the British Giraffe as we go to the left-hand side for Toasters. That's a funny thing to say, isn't it, right? But Forcible GNU has just returned. He's obviously seen the move that we put on him earlier on in turn 5. Watch the videos and come back. But now to the left-hand side for Piratella, coming out to a difficult corner. It's easy to run wide into that particular corner, but this time we really nailed it, even with the stock tyres. But nice and right for Acqua Minerale. I can never say that, but I believe it's Aqua Minerale. Maybe I've actually pronounced that for the very first time. I've only watched so many times of Kiko Giles saying it in World Superbike to try and enhance my pronunciation of that particular corner. But very alter. Ooh, that was a mistake and a half. Be careful not to wheelie upon the acceleration. The front end is getting a bit warm. That is one of the downfalls with the stock tyres, but we'll be alright as long as we maintain this speed. Don't try and push any further. Just try and get some good lap times in without going too crazy. But I will mention, we have been really consistent with our lap times so far. The first 2 lap times, of course, ignoring the first one, but the second 2, the first sectors and the second sectors have been pretty accurate. So I'm very keen to see what happens now on the final lap here in Imola. And as I mentioned, there's only going to be the 2 races in today's video, but stick around for the rest of the online sessions coming this week. But braking firm now for the left-hand side into the first corner, or the second corner technically, because due to the nature of that track. And now try and regain the position going into turn 4. Bring on the acceleration, move over to the right ever so slightly here so you can get a nice sweeping line into the Villeneuve corner, so nice and gentle on the brakes. You can see the bottom right hand corner of your screen how much brake is being applied, and only 5,000 of a second away from the other sector time in the previous couple of laps. So brilliant, nice and smooth, nice and consistent. This is what we like to do on Ride 4, and this is how I like to teach people: be smooth, be fast. You can't be fast without being smooth. You've got to do that first step first and foremost. But to the left hand side into Piratella, getting a little bit wobbly in this bumpy circuit of Imola, as we now go to the left hand side for the Italian GP. Keep it in nice and tight to the left here, and then just launch it into the right hand side, but in a controlled fashion, of course. And now to the right hand side, down by 41,000th of a second. As that gap for second and third, just take a look in the bottom left hand corner of your screen, guys. Second and third is amalgamating into one. That's going to be a battle and a half, that one. Mad Max and Sergio are going to be doing battle in the final lap of this Grand Prix, and I really wish I could see it, but unfortunately we are too far ahead right now. But firm on the brakes just after the bridge here, going into the shadows and then to the left hand side. We are up by 20,000th of a second, as this race has been a pleasure. Really smooth racing for me. Love the BMW. Thanks, BMW. Love the bikes. It's absolutely fantastic. But into the final corner now for 16, and then lean it in to get across the line as another victory beckons us here today. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I had making it, and I will see you in the next video. So be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.